What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Daily Gamer. As you know, I am on vacation all week, so we are doing a more laxed format here. A little more relaxed, a little more vlog-style episodes this week. We will return to our regular format next week. So today, I want to talk about, I get some requests here and there to hear me talk about trophies. Everyone knows I love trophy hunting. I am a trophy hunter. I love PlayStation trophies. So I get some requests to talk about that a little bit, and I figured I would today. And I'm going to try to incorporate that moving forward a little bit more. So today I want to talk about what I think are the best platinum, experiences that I've had personally so far. So if you came in here looking for, top 10 easiest platinums, whatever, for PlayStation, that's not what this is. So I'm sorry. But this is just the 5 games that I've had the most fun platinuming, and then I think you would probably have a lot of fun getting the platinums for as well. It's rated on a couple of different things. Difficulty, speed, not that it needs to be fast, just how much time it takes to get, and fun, also how it encourages you to experience more of the game. So all of these things are taken into mind when I made this kind of compilation of my own, but and these are in no particular order. Number 1, Lego Marvel Superheroes. Yes, you totally knew this was going to be on the list. This was actually my very first platinum on PlayStation. It happened like pretty organically. I got all the way up to I think like 95% or so, and then I realized I was only missing like 2 trophies or something. I was like, oh shit, I'll totally get this, because I just had so much fun with that game. It was such a great Lego game. It's one of my favorite games of all time at this point, which I know is, believe me, before you roll your eyes, I understand I'm in the minority. This is not really on the people's best games of all time list. This is one of my personal favorite games of all time. The open world of that game, and just the way it encouraged you to explore and do everything and try all the different characters and see everything there was to see, and what passion and love was put into it for Marvel fans such as myself. It had everything. And in terms specifically of the trophies, first of all, Lego games for trophies are always super fun. There's just something about the way these game worlds are orchestrated that makes them so fun to explore and smash bricks and find secrets and solve the puzzles, which are never too challenging, but sometimes can give you a little bit of a run for your money. I like the platforming element as well. So that's really what it all comes down to, is I like the Lego Marvel Superheroes Platinum because it incorporates so much of what I like in games, which is platforming, open world exploration, traversal. All of these things the Lego games are really great at. And it, like I said, it encouraged you to see more, try all these new Marvel characters that maybe you didn't necessarily know, and find all the secrets and collectibles, and that had all these kinds of Marvel Easter eggs in it. And that's really all it took to get the platinum in this game. So I really recommend you go and play Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I really recommend, if you like trophies at all, go and get the platinum. Like I said, it took me almost no effort. I had not gotten any platinums before this, so it's definitely doable. It's a little bit timely. It may take you around 25 to 30 hours to get. That's really not that bad if you want it, and it goes by fast, believe me. So my next game would be Infamous Second Son. Kind of the same deal. A really doable platinum, not too tough at all. Probably it'll take you about the same amount of time. But what I like most about this is what I like most about all the Infamous games. It's all about that open world exploration. It encourages you to go around the city and do different things and find all the secrets and do all the missions. And it encourages you in doing so to do all the different missions, to use all the different forms of gameplay that keeps it fresh for yourself. So then you're trying out all these different techniques and moves that you maybe necessarily wouldn't have used before. And I also like that it encourages you to go through the game a second time, which I don't normally like that when games do. But in Infamous's case, they encourage you to go through a second time and play it like a totally different person. So you're being so careful. Say you're playing as a good guy the first time. You're not killing anyone. You're trying to do all the right things. And then you go through it again with just the leash undone and just doing whatever you want, explosions everywhere and chaos. And it's 2 drastically different play styles that make that game a lot of fun. That's really all it takes for the platinum is, that and collecting. So I think that's a super doable one. Not hard at all. Very, very fun to obtain. Number 3, Resogun. Resogun is one of my favorite games of all time. It's very high on that list. The platinum, in my opinion, is pretty easy. It is skill dependent, but what I like so much about it is this is an arcade game that encourages your skills to just keep evolving and climbing that scape. And if you want the platinum, you'll find by the end of it, you're way better than you were in the beginning. It'll be second nature. Your mind will be turned off. You'll listen to some music and just go through and master these levels. But that game is just so plain and pure fun. It is just gameplay done to the perfect degree. And the platinum is really easy, I think, if you have any kind of skill in the game. It also takes a little bit of practice to nab. So not too long of a platinum. I platinumed that in a couple days, if I remember correctly. That was my first game on PS4, so it's kind of hard to remember back, I think, like 4 years now. But that's crazy, 4 years ago. But yeah, it's very doable. All it takes is a little bit of will and a little bit of skill. I'm sorry about that rhyme. I did not mean to do it. Up next, Horizon Zero Dawn. You'll notice a theme starting to take place here. I like that it encourages you to explore this beautiful world that you've spent so much time in. Go and take down all these different types of machines. See everything the game has to offer. Explore these caverns where there's secrets that'll ultimately lead you to the best piece of armor in the game. There's just so much that you can do. Nothing's cut off. I think there's no missable ones. There may be one missable one, but I think you're good. I think you actually might be able to go back for the one that people were claiming was originally missable. And I just love that it was almost a perfect trophy list. It encouraged you, like I said, to explore, see all the different creatures, play all the different ways, go to all the different sections of the map, and just see what this game had to offer that was so beautifully crafted and vast and dense. And it just left you with so many different things to do. Try all your different skills and all your different weapons, and maybe you want to try being stealthy, maybe you want to try being just an ultimate warrior. But it encouraged so much, and encouraged you to hear different dialogue choices and find different story paths for everyone. And that's what I'm looking for in my platinums. And I like that none of these so far, I believe, had missable trophies, which is a big problem I have. I don't like that for something extra that's in these games, and these developers know at this point who is going after these trophies. Why are you going to put us out and have something be missable, and kind of ruin our experience when like, that's not what we want. It's different if it's a chapter select and I can go back and get it, but if it's missable to where, like, nope, you have to go back and play this entire game over again because you missed something in the very last chapter of the game, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to keep playing your game. If you have DLC in the future, I might be a little burnt and be like, no thanks, and not buy it. That's happened. It's not, it's definitely possible. I've done that where I'm like, no, I'm annoyed by you kind of wasting all my time that I've put into the trophies ahead of time. For example, Injustice 2. Almost perfect trophy list until they release this trophy where you have to have the specific Catwoman ability. I have 98% of the trophies in that game. I can't get the last one because it's random. I can't get the Catwoman drop. I've unlocked 300 to 400 mother boxes and I can't get it. So I'm locked out of that platinum trophy unless I would just want to spend the rest of my life unlocking these boxes and hoping it drops, or until they patch it and give me a different way to get that ability, which they probably won't. So now I'm not really interested in getting their DLC. I'm annoyed. Maybe that's silly. I get that maybe you might think that, but it's annoying. I don't like that practice, and I think that other people have probably complained to them, and if they don't take that feedback and do something about it, then they're just ignoring their fans. And I find that to be a little disrespectful as well. So it definitely happens. People like trophies and they take it seriously, and you might not, and that's totally cool. Don't, but we spend a lot of time getting these things. And if you're a gamer, I would suspect that you should understand why people like trophies, because it's the ultimate game. It's a meta game. It's a collectathon. You know what I mean? So that's annoying. Don't do that shit, developers. Lastly, as you may have surmised, is a Batman game. Batman Arkham Knight, I think, is a great platinum trophy, aside from the Batmobile mechanics that I think lock you up in some of the trophies. Overall, exploring that game and doing all the side missions is really just a joy. I love the way that the side missions are set up in that game through the the wheel in the middle. You can kind of select whose case you want to work on and track down. And the combat overall in that game is such a big part of the trophy list, and it's just such a joy to do. The challenge maps can be a little bit of a pain if you're not patient and if you don't practice, but overall, I love them. I love those challenge maps. I really look forward to them, and I played every one. I have like 120 something % completion in this game, whatever the highest completion you can get. I did all the DLC. I did all the trophies. It was a great trophy list. Super doable, just the right amount of challenge, which is also a factor. There should be some amount of challenge to keep me, you know, in the game here. But such a great trophy list. I love that you know, you can go in and get so much more out of the challenge maps and really hone in your skills as Batman. And if you want to do that before the New Game Plus, you can. You complete the game, go and do the challenge maps, really perfect your skills, then go into New Game Plus, finish off everything else you need for the Platinum. But a great trophy list. Just encouraging you to explore, seeing that beautiful map that they built. The Gotham never looked better than in that game, I'll tell you what. And just trying all of his different gadgets, and that's the goal here, is to have these trophies encourage you to play in ways that you wouldn't necessarily play. So I just think these 5 games are the most fun I've had getting Platinum trophies so far on my PlayStation 4. We've got a ways to go, and I've got a lot more Platinums to get. I've gotten, you know, a bunch of, I think I'm up to 87 at this point, but these 5 are the ones that came to mind when I'm thinking of games that I would love to go back and Platinum over again. If I were to, these would be on that list. So let me know what your favorite Platinums are in the system in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. What do you think about these games that I've talked about today? If you've played any of them, let me know in the comments. And please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a whole bunch. And until next time, everybody, I'll see you guys on The Daily Gamer.